I think that this traffic is leading to the game because it's quite a big game. It's New Zealand and Australia, and they're always a big luck.
This is the story of three friends, three promising cricket players who have left South Africa and now live in New Zealand.
Jordan did that to me the other day, eh? Good. Goes in the turn, it's like, mine, yours, mine.
That must have just been my thoughts.
Okay, hold it.
Today is an important game of cricket at one of the main stadiums in the city of Auckland. Traditionally, before the game, the guys cheer up the local team Black Caps and mock their opponent.
Oh, shot. Nice, Smudge.
Shot, boy.
Shot, Smudge.
Take 4.
That's 6 rows back, Smudge.
Good access, boy.
Oh, shot footy.
Oh,
shot. Stop
nice.
it, man.
Push
That's
for
4. Behind point.
Behind point, push for 2.
That's the dive.
Oh, Wadey!
Oh,
Stop it, Wadey. That's
that's nice. Hit the next one.
Shot, Wadey. That's nice, Wadey.
Oh, there's the
Wide.
Good eye. Good eye, Smudge.
Where's the no run?
I'd say the most beautiful thing when I'm playing is when I'm batting and like a guy just bowls a perfect delivery for you and you just middle the ball, it just feels so soft in your hands.
I think for me, for my favorite part in the game is when I'm batting and I'm set in and maybe 25 runs and then they bowl me like a full ball and I hit it straight. I just feel so good and I just after that I know I have to get back to work, I have to work hard, I have to focus.
Growing up was always wanting to be better, always train harder, be better, just to prove to people that I'm not just that, I can make my own name.
It's sort of like time slows down type of thing, type of moment. The time just slows down for every moment and then you just middle the ball and then you just know you've hit it so well. So that's an amazing moment.
Hundreds of millions of people around the world are crazy about cricket. It takes a confident second place in popularity in the world after football and runs ahead of other team games in terms of the number of loyal fans. And even though not much is known about cricket outside the former British Empire, in countries with a total population of about 2 billion people, it's a religion. One of the fastest and most exciting formats of cricket, T20, has gained immense popularity among the masses. The Indian Premier League, where all the players dream to get into, is undoubtedly the biggest T20 league in the world. In 2016, the attention of the entire sports community was attracted by a new rule in the Cricket South Africa League, quotas for black players. Public opinion was divided, as was the opinion of professional players. The very fact of such a rule caused a public backlash. Against this background, the outflow of professional sports staff from South Africa began.
And unfortunately, the national teams, before apartheid ended, were obviously 100% white. So, the administrators realized that this couldn't do. We couldn't carry on having all white teams representing South Africa quite long after apartheid. So, they had to do something to increase the representation of black players in the games. For me, they're a blunt instrument, but I can't think of another way to level the playing fields, in the time that we need to do it in. We can't wait 100 years for this to happen. It should have been done already, and I'm afraid quotas, to me, they're a necessary evil.
It's an ordinary morning of an ordinary day off work in Auckland City. In every neighbourhood, in every park, in every sports ground, and certainly in every stadium, people are playing cricket.
Set up some push-ups or some of the stuff just in here, play some music on my speaker, then just rest really. Oh, these are a couple of my bats that I don't really use. This was my second bat that I got. My dad's friend bought it for me in India that I used for a while. It was an MRF, and then it was probably one of my favourite bats. And then this is probably my most favourite one. This is when we came second in Gillette, which is quite nice. I'll say it started when I was young with my dad. Like, he'd always used to throw balls at me since like before I could walk. Then my hand-eye coordination was always up there.
Yeah. And my bag. On one of the sides.
Brandon, you know, when he was able to walk already, he had a ball. So he either had something in his hand, hitting a ball or kicking a ball. And I think at the age about 3-4 years old.
When he was, I think he was about 6 or 7, I was trying to get him to read, to learn to read in that. He told me he doesn't need to read a book, he can read a ball.
Obviously, I played many sports, and then I think like playing a lot of sports like that, always using my hands, and then just picking up a cricket bat. Hand-eye coordination was just real good from the start.
Come here. So these are my 2 match gloves that I play with. This is my helmet, and these are my match pants. Maybe 19 kgs. Yeah, it's a heavy bag. I love cricket since I was small. I always played with the bat and ball, even when I was small. And I guess I was just born with loving cricket, and I felt like I had so many practices, and I eventually was like, okay, I think I could go pretty far in cricket, so I just need to work hard and train hard.
Brody! Yeah, go, go, go.
Okay. Cricket, and actually all sports started for Jordan when he started walking. He only wanted to play with balls. You know, cricket bat in hand, rugby ball.
He was ball mad. From the time he could pick up a ball or touch a rugby ball, cricket ball, hockey ball, soccer ball, doesn't matter. Ball crazy. Cricket was his whole life, and still is his whole life.
Heaps of time to bat. You heard Craig McMillan talking earlier, it's the best day for batting. So all of these checks in South Africa's favour.
Today, the whole country is watching TV. In the finals, 2 arch rivals are competing. South Africa versus New Zealand.
Yes. Yeah. Well, most of the good players not being here.
This guy's new. He didn't play last game.
No. Oh, that's a big wicket. He got 200 and something last time, so...
I was with my dad watching my brother's game, and this was in South Africa. And then that team we walked past said that they were short a fielder. So then my dad went and got some long socks for me. And then, yeah, I went on to field for that team. And that was my first game.
Oh, what's the camera?
Yeah.
Hello. Next push is going to be my best push.
I think I do remember. It was half-time there, all the kids went off the field, and then Matthew dragged me on and he said, come, we've got to go to the middle. Some kids would just play in the back and kick a ball or whatever, you know, not be in the limelight, but he wanted to be in the middle of the cricket pitch.
If it was round and it looked like a ball, and it was long and it looked like a bat, he would try and play cricket with whatever he could find.
Oh, it's a very up and down sport. Kind of just know to back my own ability. I'm good enough.
Ryan and Ollie, and then at that point we will drop OJ.
Cricket's an amazing sport. It's a sport where individuals are put on the spot, but you do contribute as a team.
So that ability to be selfless and work well in a team is a really important attribute for cricketers. And I know personally, having a lot of friends in the cricket system, that many have left South Africa. If you're in the game of cricket, it's disappointing to lose young talent.
The mornings of each of the heroes of our documentary, as well as those of every professional athlete,
Wake up, tomboy.
are in many ways similar,
Come on.
just like the mornings of their parents are also.
Ready?
To be a good cricket player, you should have obviously acquired a strong mentality, because the games, you fail a lot more than you'll succeed in the game.
So like this one, when we won the cricket, Auckland, like the Auckland comp, we got given that one. I think a couple from outdoor cricket.
Burgers, chicken burgers, wraps. Today's got curry, chicken curry on the salami. He enjoys a curry. Rice cakes. Easy.
My role would be batsman and a key fielder. I'd say if I bowled, it would be a bit of a shocking turnaround, yeah. Just stick to batting. I don't really work on bowling as one of my key focuses.
We need to spend some time on show you a couple of nights. Probably about 99% of the times I'm at all these games. So for instance, game time is like at 10:30, and they have to be there like normally at 9 o'clock. We'll be there at 7 o'clock in the morning. And when we're there at 7 o'clock, we'll bat for about an hour or so, and just to get his eye in and just make him feel, at ease and just comfortable.
Cricket started when he was little and he had to go to school. He hated school and he would start crying. So what Nick did when he was 5 or 6, he would take him to school, take the cricket bat and just hit the ball around in the morning before school. That's how it started back there.
Now in South Africa, each region or each provincial have to have a quota players. There's a quota system, so you have to have a quota system in any teams there. I think that's why you'll see a lot of South Africans, unfortunately, that's talented, they'll move. I'm just saying that in South Africa, the opportunities is far less. Even if you stand out as a player, there's obviously a few criteria that you have to meet as well.
We moved to New Zealand because we were involved in 2 home invasions where they came in and burgled us back in South Africa, and Nick was held up at gunpoint in a shopping centre, in a little dairy shop. So that was the final decision for us, let's just move.
Before a game, I'll listen to music. But if I'm going to field, it'll probably be some D&B, some drums and bass to go.
I normally listen to music, or I set goals, or I write down goals, and I just keep them in the back of my mind when I'm batting, and I tick off each goal when I achieve it. I love cricket, so just being out there on the field with my friends for the whole day, I really enjoy it, and showing off my skills, I really like it.
In South Africa, we had 2 double beds in one room, and all 4 of us slept in one room because the boys were too scared to sleep in their own room.
But over the last couple of years, it's not easy there in a lot of ways. From the economy is just crazy. Crime.
His obviously goal is to play international cricket. With the systems in place in South Africa, it's very difficult to maybe have reached that goal due to the systems in South Africa. When Jordan was 11, He actually asked me, Dad, if I want to play for New Zealand one day, how long do we have to live in the country? And he caught me off guard with the question. And I said, I'm not sure, it could be 4 or 5 years. And he asked me, so what are we still doing here? Because I want to play for the Black Caps.
I do probably have one little thing I do when the boys kind of play cricket. Especially when they're batting, I'm inclined to hold my left thumb until they go out. I don't like to let go of my thumbs.
There you go, Maddie. Happy birthday.
Before those little candles.
No, my parents and brother and sister are really good with supporting me. Always congratulate me when I'm up there, and then Mum normally just tells me, no, you're all good when it's not my best game.
Safety was a big concern for us, and we didn't want our kids to kind of grow up in that sort of environment. There's a lot of talented people in South Africa that have left South Africa, that are brilliant sports people, but yet they haven't had the opportunities that they should have had there.
But there's so many factors in South Africa that could play against you. Just being invited to regional trials is a difficult thing for the kids to just be invited to those. And then there's also the quota system. So they've got to have, so certain races is making up the quota system. I don't think that the quota system necessarily is the right thing to do. But, that's why we're not in South Africa anymore. That's why we're in New Zealand, and we've got, we like to think that our kids has got the opportunities that they deserve.
Not really. I don't really have traditions, like nothing special like some people have, but I kind of, like, on the way to games, kind of just listen to good music.
Otherwise, before we walk out on the field, we do a lot of breathing exercises to calm us down, obviously. And then, obviously, there's just, like, the positive talk in my head as well, which is always very important. Yeah.
Then we put our spikes on, we take helmets, we take our foam rollers, and we go outside and we stretch and we throw our arm.
Just do the work, have a great work ethic. And the nice thing about cricket is you can succeed in your own way.
Let's get going, guys. I will take a fielding group off to the side there. Again, it's a little bit of volume. It's not a lot. The work is done. I'm just polishing it today.
Like, you can get very frustrated with it if it's not your day, but then if it's your day, then it's a great game. Yeah, you just have so much, like, success when you have the good days, but then the hard days also helps build courage. And
I would characterise myself as a player. I'd say fairly confident and moves real well, and just a natural gift, I'd say. Yeah. Hard worker to get to that level, obviously, and then has runs to back him up as well.
I feel like I'm gonna clear because I just love the game so much and I practice like nearly every day.
Now it's become a genuine profession, playing in the Indian Cricket Leagues, the IPL, or any of the other leagues around the world, and making sure that they just do their best. And if they get the opportunity, fantastic.
Alrighty, well done, guys. Let's go. Good job. Thank you, sir, for coming down.
According to a tradition, after each game ends, a player of the home team invites a player from a rival team. It seems that Brandon has met a fellow countryman from South Africa.
So South Africa has lost another talent. Huh? But did you play? We didn't play against it. Sure. See you guys later. From the packing wars, mate. Have you done this before? Once before.
After a game of cricket, there's another game of cricket on PlayStation. and then a conversation with friends from South Africa about cricket.
What's up, Carly? How are you doing? I'll always talk to them, probably for the rest of my life. If you had the chance to move to New Zealand, would you?
I think if the opportunity came, I think that it'd be definitely something that I would consider. I think the way, you know, having, like, to move to New Zealand, having someone like you there would definitely be, you know, a big plus.
No, don't go short, man. Don't bowl short.
If no practice is scheduled for the day, then there's a cricket practice in the backyard.
My parents definitely support me the most out of everyone, like.
And Morty used to go with us to Brandon's cricket game, so he's really good on a lead.
I don't know what combination that is.
The Indian rests.
The Indian rest.
Indian cross cricket.
Indian cross cricket, and then you have to do Saffers.
Obviously they know what I want to do for a career, so they're just sort of helping me along the way.
Only the neighbours know how many balls fly out of the playing field.
Hit the tree, go up.
Meanwhile, Matthew is playing golf, since it's very similar to cricket.
So yeah, I play golf when I can. Try and get on most weekends, like most Sundays.
Go, yeah, I'm ready for the ball. Yeah, so my mom and dad and my two brothers and my sister, so I've got quite a lot. So they all back me, like after a very good game, they all send me messages. They're like, well done, keep it up, keep showing your skills, something good will happen. My dad's been taking me to the nets and just keep working on me, and he's like, when I bat and he sees something wrong, he tells me.
You know, I knew he would do well here, but to do well in such a short time, it's unbelievable.
Good luck.
He, when I score 50, he's like, he's so happy for me. He says, well done. He says, sometimes, can you teach me what you did? And I'll help him.
Do you like lighting your own candles? There we go. Happy birthday. I would be so happy if he fulfilled his dream, and I just saw him playing and professional on TV, and nothing would make me happier. I mean, I would love him to follow his dream.
No, he amazes me. He is my hero. So, I'm very blessed.
Ow, my toes. Probably say I'd like to do fielding the most, because you're like kind of almost always in it. And then bowling as well, like getting big wickets, but then also batting, like scoring a good amount of runs, creating good partnerships. It's good. Repetitive lifestyle that I'm pretty happy with at the moment. Just, yeah, cricket all the way.
So for his future, I think he would probably like to play professional cricket. That's, you know, he's got an absolute passion for cricket. Short term, let's focus on the cricket, make sure that he gets all those opportunities to try and excel.
So I think the biggest thing for me is just to see him happy and him achieving his dreams and goals that he sets for himself. Yeah.
Oh, good hand. Nah. Well, I see my future in cricket as, I mean, always got to look on the positive sides. Like, in cricket there's a lot of downfalls, you could say, but it's more just like sort of pushing through. So like, if I just stay consistent and like learn from the downfalls and just keep going through, then I would see a pretty good side of cricket, yeah. Making teams that I want to make, scoring runs in the right moments.
Yeah, one.
I've been so involved with the cricket with Brandon, and you know, I've done a lot of umpiring, and so for me is watching my son, you know, from being an umpire and seeing him right in front of me batting and playing his shots, you know, or scoring that 50s, you know, you can't go up and hug him or high five him, you know. It's phenomenal. I think I've been really blessed as a dad watching his son excel in a sport and be on the field.
That one there? That's a cool photo. Look at you. Shirley, this is an awesome video.
I think he will become the Black Caps player and go on to play IPL or whatever it is, international cricket. He's already told me he's willing to move to India this year if he has to. So, yeah, I'm not letting him go, but he's ready to pack his bags and go if he has to.
In one glimmer of every moment, you see 3 different roles in front of you. You see the bowler, you see the batsman, you see the fielder. Where do you have this much action? In what sport? It's a phenomenal sport.
Oh, Shark. Stop it, man. That's 4. Behind point.
Behind point, push for 2.
That's the dive.
Oh,
wait.
wait.
Relax, Ben. Okay, hold it.
I've promised friends in South Africa, they said they'll come watch my first game if I make professional. So I'll definitely get them tickets, and I'll just have so much excitement, you know, playing in a final for Auckland Aces would be the best. Black Caps, that would be even more special, you know. I would get like all my friends, all my family to come watch, and I'll be so excited and happy.
Probably like a World Cup final. Would love to play a World Cup final for New Zealand. Yeah, at one of the big countries, like go to like Pakistan or something like that, because they love their cricket over there.
I definitely dream about mostly cricket. Like, always dream about cricket, always thinking about cricket, but it would just be to make probably the first 100 for New Zealand in a one-day. Yeah. I do definitely dream about being top run scorer in an IPL, because yeah, that's definitely a big dream of mine. And definitely my parents would most likely be there, both of them, and probably the whole family really. Whole family will be there. Yeah. And yeah, hopefully we win the trophy.
During filming, Brandon went on to captain both the Auckland under-17 and Harbour under-17 teams. He also broke a school record that had stood for over 20 years for the highest run partnership, earning his place on the 100-run honour board. Matthew won the Jeff Crow Cup 2024. Jordan was named as the winner of the Gillette Young Player of the Year Award for the 2023-24 season. Brandon became the first player in the last 20 years to individually score 100 runs in a single game.